The money we get from our active engagements, the salary we earn, is not our money. In fact, you need to be sued for receiving money meant for other people. If it is your money, you know your money, you have power to even change your mind on what you wanted to do with it, isn't it? If you think it is your money, then today would you go home and decide that the portion you have set aside for the landlord, you are not going to pay rent for 3 months, you have changed your mind. It is your money. Please go home and change your mind and say, the portion you had set aside for food, we are not going to buy food in this house. It is my money. I've changed my mind. Let's see how successful that will go. In other words, I'm saying a lot of our money belongs to the people who give us services. A lot of our money belongs to the landlords, to the supermarkets, to everyone that gives us services. And sadly, very many of us do not remain with anything for ourselves. So you must make a deliberate choice that when you receive money, a portion of it will be retained, that you will call your own. Those of you that have tried saving, you know how powerful you feel around your savings, isn't it? It is your money. Even if you are saving for a holiday, you can wake up in the middle of the savings and say, I have changed my mind. I want to buy item X. And the holiday guys will not come to your house and tell you, we saw you were saving to come to our hotel. Please give us the money. This is where I mentioned that every coin needs to be allowed to go and call for more coins. This is where the seed gets to be planted to go and multiply. That's why I said you must know why you are saving. If you are saving for a rainy day, that will dictate where you will keep this saving. Even if you are to send it to multiply, you need to send it in a place that is consistent to that goal. You don't use money for a rainy day to buy a piece of land. Then when COVID strikes, you sleep hungry and you have a piece of land worth millions of shillings, but you don't have food because you are not liquid. Many of us adjust our living standards, hoping that our means will follow us and accommodate us. So we jump the gun. Instead of enlarging our means so that we live better, we start living better and hope that our means will follow and accommodate us. Very many people are very wasteful. There are very many people who cook food fit for 16 people, but there are only 4 in a family. And they throw the remaining as leftovers. You've wasted food for another 3 days. There are people who have 7 phones when they can do perfectly with 1. There are people who have subscribed to internet fit enough to run a factory with 1,000 employees, but there are only 2 in their house. They would probably even make do with the smallest package without even knowing the difference. Wastefulness is an enemy of proper stewardship. Remember, all these resources belong to God. He's entrusted them in our hands. We are to take care of them on His behalf and multiply and do the best that we can do around them, so that on the day that we are called to give account, we have a better account to give. How do we explain us cooking food for 16 people when we are only 4? Please go and audit your life and see your areas of wastefulness. Try and see what things you have or are doing or are using that probably are more than you need.